Not infinite though, so don't think about smashing pumpkins. It's not Halloween yet. And it's not after Halloween. So after Halloween, you smash the pumpkins. Alright, cool. So, that joke is done with. Alright.
Good Lord above.
We are going to play a game. It's called Weave In Through the Traffic and see how many cars you can't hit. Sadness is a lot like trying to weave in through cars and expect not to hit any of them. Bound to happen in life. Bound to happen all the time. If you think it can't happen, then you're wrong. Because sadness is always bound to happen. Because you put importance on either a person or an object, and you lose that object, and you become sad. And it's not bad to put importance on objects or people, but it's just and I may sound a little bit hypocritical from my last episode, but it's not bad to put importance on things. It's just when they start to rule your life, then you kind of have to start to let them go a little bit. You know? Like, well, what I'm trying to say is, the sadness itself can be a bit, or moreover, depression can be a bit like trying to make good grades in school. I mean, sometimes you don't know what the grades are going to be. Like, oh, you guys have a car at school. Alright, is that a Porsche 911 knockoff? Yeah!
I'll see it's put to use.
Okay, we're gonna turn the radio off because we want to hear our voice. Alright. So, yeah, it's like getting a new car. The old car you have memories in, you're like, wow, man, you really am getting a new car, man. It's gonna be great. And then you're like, no, wow, I mean, you're like, but I had so much awesome stuff in my old car. Can you take that and put it in your new car? No, you can't do that because you may have had all the options, like a flip-up screen that flips up, and like that's it. And then yeah, that's it. So it's really weird that alright, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna just do a motorcycle, and then we're gonna crash. We're gonna immediately do a motorcycle, alright? Is that a Vespa? If that's a Vespa, then I'm gonna be super pissed. Because sadness can lead to anger. Sadness can lead to so much anger that you'll be like, wow, all this anger came out of nowhere. And no, it didn't come out of nowhere. It came out of sadness and depression, because anger is sadness pointed outward. Because basically everything you learned in what's the word? In high school about emotions. If you ever like had a psychology class in high school, or a prep in college, you'll realize that emotions are all connected to one another, and other emotions can trigger other emotions, like winning at a lottery and then realizing you only put like $2 in, and this lottery, and you only get like a couple of. There we go. It's the green one.
Suspect is on foot.
Let's see that explosion. Oh man, I didn't want to see it. I wanted to see the explosion so bad. It would have been so cool. Oh well. I might have canceled it because I died. All right. Oh. Whew. Whew. Oh. So seeing as how we put importance on objects, and then when we see them go, we kind of get a little bit depressed, and like, you know, just you see people go along different places in different ways, and you try to make things happen better. And dang it, man, I wanted a
Would you open your fucking eyes?
freaking passenger. You know? So when we put ourselves into an emotional heap of oh, if this doesn't happen, then this happens. If this doesn't happen, then this happens. We can get disappointed, and when we get disappointed, we act out in other emotions that can look like you're angry about something that you're not really angry about. You know, like.
Suspect westbound.
It can look like you're. It can look like you're on the edge, and in actuality, the only reason that you're on the edge is because that one specific situation. And if that specific situation would have changed, then the emotions would have changed. So it's just. I may not be an expert in sadness, but I can definitely say that I understood what sadness can be. Like, say a friend dies or something like that, and you don't know how to feel. That's pretty much sadness taking over. But people don't understand is sometimes you can't feel bad because you never know when people are just gonna go so far away. Like, you never know when people are gonna be outside of your life and you're never gonna be able to see them. You never know when you'll miss the things about a certain person, but you don't understand that you got sad for reasons because that person was kind of a dick, you know? Kind of like an asshole. Because you can't, like, basically you can't put importance on something that you think is limited, basically. So people say that God is unlimited or the universe is unlimited, and technically it is unlimited because it recycles its own power, but it's finite, you know? I mean, like, the universe itself is finite. It's not an infinite universe, because people would like to think that, oh, we're all one and we're all connected, and if that were true, then an entire universe would probably hit ours, and we'd probably be dead, you know, because that would happen, and all the Earth's poles would go crazy, and it would get warmer way more quickly than they actually think that it would, because it wouldn't be like over time, like over 30 to 40 years, we are living in the end of days, or something like that. It's over 30 to 40 years, it got warmer. I know, it wasn't 30 to 40 years, it was like 70 years. So, I mean,
That was close.
that's something to not get sad about, because we're not dying. You know that. You know that the sun getting all irradiated and all that other different stuff. Because the sun is radiation, you know? It's heat. Like, that's what radiation really is. It's when you get down to the dirty radiation, like plutonium, like the people that made the chemical radiation, because that's what happens with radiation. Yes, I mean, we're going to the thing to get the stuff. Yes, it's green. It's green.
Suspect doing 50 miles per hour on Great Ocean Highway.
Oh, that's perfect. It looks beautiful.
This is U.S. Army airspace. Divert or we will take you down.
This is Albatross 3 headed towards suspect.
Now we're gonna go down the country road. Talk about some more cows. Dead puppies. You know that sort of thing. Dead puppies can make anyone sad. Even if they're the worst person in the world, you know? Can make anyone sad. Because I think about the times they could have shared with that puppy, the times they could have had. Missed opportunities. That causes a lot of sadness. Oh, being crashed. But missed opportunities can cause sadness.
Where'd they go?
And what we wish we could do, or we wish we could have, can affect the way that we actually see things. And what we really want to know sometimes is if the situations were different, would the outcomes be different? And they probably would. They probably would be different. But what a person has to understand is the realization that situations can pretty much be the same during I can pretty much be the same if you don't act upon what you actually want.
We are airborne and en route.
Like, the realization that no matter what you do, sometimes the situation can pretty much be depressing, I guess, or activate depression, I guess, you know, because and no matter what you do, just remember that there's always tomorrow, there's always another day, and there's always another way to do something. And there's so many ways to go. You know? There's not one way to pick an apple tree. You know? Yeah, right. And I made that up. Like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ah! Alright. There's something to be sad about right there. I was trying to pull up and the jet didn't want to do that. So I'm gonna take out a cigarette and sing a somber tune. I'm sad. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that somber tune. All of my 0 viewers. This is this is Joseph Anthony Rodriguez. This is what's the word? Joe Bob Squad. We're going through game therapy. We're gonna do some game therapy, and we're not just gonna talk about sadness. We're gonna talk about other things too, and what triggers sadness, and how we're able to fight off sadness. Like, yeah, okay, there's things like that. Fend off sadness. Always have something to do. Like, always. Don't just plan for something to do. Like, spontaneity. You know, spontaneity can cure sadness so easily. You just think about something else and realize that, you know what, you can't control some sort of stuff. But if you realize that
Oh, I am so sorry.
if you realize that that the reality of, I mean, take for instance these people are living under a bridge in GTA. Yeah, these people are living under a bridge in GTA. Wait, hold on, guys. Gotta do something. I'm gonna pause it for a second. There we go. All right. All right. So, how to fend off sadness. Spontaneity is a good thing, but too much spontaneity can actually make you go all over the place. And I've learned this from experience because it has nothing to do with drinking or smoking or anything like that. I mean, it has everything to do with the way that you take on situations. When people think that you're trying to be spontaneous or stupid in a business situation, then they won't take you seriously. And sometimes what people don't take seriously is the fact that or your demeanor, basically. They don't take seriously your demeanor. It's not they don't take the facts that are in your head or the facts that you're saying out loud or the things that you're saying out loud to the people that are actually there. Your demeanor that can project something about yourself that someone else finds what's the word either offensive or oh, he wants to haggle. I say 1,005, 1,005, 1,006, 1,007. Right, all right. Wait, I gotta get in this car now.
What the hell is wrong with you?
All right. We're done with the cops. We're gonna keep going.
We got eyes.
So, with that, taking it in mind, don't be too serious about things. Don't be too jokey about things, because when you joke too much, people start to not take you seriously every single thing you say. You know? And granted, like I've done that for my family, because my family is like in what way should I be able to take people seriously? You know? In what way should I be taken seriously? And what way should I throw this grenade at these goddamn cops? Shit, it just hit me. Alright, we didn't do this too well. And it's Weekend at Bernie's now. Because he's got the glasses, and yeah, it's Weekend at Bernie's. All right. Oh, dang it. I'm gonna have to file a claim with the... I'm gonna have to file a claim with the shotgun.
For fuck's sakes. Listen, even your parents can't stand it. Move, buddy!
It's more to life than just thinking that everything affects you in a certain way, you know? There's more to life than just thinking that other things just can't do things, you know? And the way we try to make things happen in our lives can so much trigger sadness. And I didn't say it right because my mouth is dry. So we're gonna get some water. I'm not... Oh, and I forgot I have a monster in the fridge. I'm amazing. I'm cool. I'm great. Get. And we're gonna drink it. And yes, here we go. It's a low carb monster. I usually switch between which one I want because my diet can change from week to week. Depending on what my landlord wants to cook me. Because I pay her and she cooks for me sometimes. So that's what I do.
You didn't see my
I get
car?
cooked for. I get cooked for. That's funny. Dirt cooked for. Oh, jeez. That sounds delicious. That's funny. And always remember to joke with yourself, because you can say what you want to say about whoever you want to say it about, but you're gonna understand that
That was entirely your fault!
eventually all those things bleed together, and you'll start to feel confused about what emotion you want to feel. And that could trigger sadness as well. Misunderstanding of situations that could be easily, and we're gonna stop listening to that. All right. And
Oh, I am so sorry!
well, what we can actually see, and what we can actually do with things is make sure that every single day we try to find something funny about ourselves, or something funny about everyone else. You know, I mean, like, not a misinterpretation of any kind, but a realization that something is funny in everyday life. Like, say for instance,
Let's go!
the fear of everything, a misinterpretation of everything that's around us. So, like, say for instance, like,
Lucky miss!
say for instance, there's a misinterpretation about what plants can do. Like, say the misinterpretation about, oh, it breathes in, what's the word? It breathes in carbon dioxide and it pumps out oxygen. That would make them extremely flammable. All trees. That would make all trees extremely flammable. Unfortunately, they don't burst into flames. Why don't they burst into flames? Because people are stupid. Scientists are, what's the word?
This car's gonna be parked
Stupid.
outside
All right,
your house!
The bow dog is barking at something. We're gonna go see what it is. Is there somebody outside? Dogs are stupid sometimes. They're alright though. Bo, don't go barking at the freaking door again when there's nothing behind it. Alright? I just burped. Oh. Damn, that tastes delicious. This low carb monster is delicious. Alright. Well, let's see if we can go hills now with this drinking monster. See if they can make us jump higher. It's an experiment. We're gonna do and see if my focus is more attuned to everything, and I'm gonna see if I can call in a sheep, or I can see a car that's really fast.
Citizens report 480 on Invention Court.
All right, we just ran into a bus stop. All right. So.
Well, I'll be fucked!
What triggered that? We went to So we're gonna have to go over here.
Fuck.
What triggers sadness? And how to defend against it. Because the best way to do that is to joke with yourself. To joke about what's going on in your life. To realize that everything in your life isn't that big of a deal. Because, I mean, we're all just carbon-based life forms. It's just like walking around, trying to make meanings of stuff. And once we make those meanings, they get torn apart from us. So, I mean, there's always something to joke about, and there's always something to be funny about, because if life is serious, then you'll never get out alive. If life is that serious, then you'll never be able to make anything of yourself that ever lasts. And what you have to understand is that when you're... We don't need any fake advertisements on here, because we're talking about stuff that's serious. Or not serious, but is pertinent to the way we want to actually do things. It's pertinent, alright? Pertinent.
That was close.
Alright. That, I agree, Trevor. Alright. And what we're going to actually try to understand in our daily lives is the realization that every day can be a new thing. That everything and everyone can make something better every single day. Anything. It doesn't matter. You can make your video games better. You can upgrade your system. You know, you can pay money to do something, or you can work on it yourself. You can learn like computer engineering, because computer engineering is really cool and it's really awesome. And I mean, there's a bunch of people that are into it, and they just want to get known, you know? That's the reason why hackers even exist, because if they could get a job out of hacking different things and looking into different stuff, then they will. But also, too, they have to be held, and there's different areas with different people, and I'm also eating a Mr. Goodbar, because snack. Right? Tastes like peanuts and chocolate. All right. What we see and what we hear every single day can affect us in certain ways. Like the ways that that everyone thinks is the right way to do things. What we kind of know and we kind of understand is that when we make ourselves better, we make ourselves newer, and try to be a part of, what we'll have to say and what we'll have to do is we have to realize that I have to jump these ramps instead of going to the military base all the time. Alright, we're going to jump these ramps. I'm talking about the hills. Hillshire ramps. So. Alright. Yes. Awesome. Alright. Shit. And that's the reason why I like to, that was a Mr. Good bar, and it was Mr. Good. Totally good. Freaking totally good. Yes. Did not land it. We're gonna get that car. All right.
Whoa! Excuse me, my car! Crap! No! Screw you! What the hell?
We're gonna have to get another car. Got him. Awesome.
Citizens report assault with a deadly weapon on
Well, you don't need it!
Ponce
Did he
Drive
run away?
in Lago
We're gonna have to go
Zancudo.
get him. We're gonna have to make this a twofer. All right, so see if we can jump one of these more of these hills, and then just go up this way. And
Good Lord above!
yes. I got Uno stars. We're gonna try to see if we can get it up to 4 without the military, and that's gonna be a hard thing. But in the meantime, we're gonna talk about alleviating stress. Alleviating stress that turns to anger, it turns to sadness when the things don't work out. You know, when it turns to excitement when other things happen. You have to realize that it's all just the same thing. We are experiencing the life. We are experiencing life itself.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Alright. Whatever emotion you want to call it, though sometimes it's misunderstood.
Stop! Someone please! I just need a ride!
Bullshit!
Whatever it's misunderstood as, or whatever it's put in the classification of, realize that you're still experiencing the life that you have. Yes. You're still experiencing the things that you need to know. You're still being able to do the things that you actually want to do. Because I mean, even if you're disabled or out of whack or just having a bad day, then you have to understand that seriously, don't take yourself too seriously. And that's a good analogy for me. Take it seriously to not take things seriously at least once a day. And you can do it on your own time, you can do it with some friends, or you don't even have to go out. You can just like not take things seriously for a little while and just joke around. Because it's just way too, things are way too serious in the first place. The way business runs, the way people go from place to place and say like, oh, you're wasting my time, or something like that, and they need to have the best service constantly, and in actuality, it's like, no, you don't have to have the best service. You have to have like the best vitamins, so you don't have to go back and get more service. You know, it's really stupid to think that emotions are different from each other, that they don't all come from pretty much the same part of your brain. Like, emotions are different because of the literal observation of what people see on our faces. we see astonishment. I mean, those are all observations of what we actually experience inside internally. And what we're experiencing can be completely different from what actually people are even saying. So they can say whatever they want to say about emotions and how people do things and how people want to do things. It's just what they should really understand every single day is that the lives of everyone is hung in a balance that we ourselves create through overreacting to different situations. And I'm not saying that you should take life so much less seriously, or I'm not saying that you should not catch that dude that's robbing the bank, or I'm not saying you should not beat that dude up for trying to steal everything and trying to ruin your entire family or something like that. But what you should do is realize that you don't have to do that stuff. I mean, and also realize that the jail mentality of the 90s and the 80s is just, it's gone. It's all gone. Every single ounce of it. Every single part of it. It's just gone. I mean, people are getting help. People are getting therapy. People are getting what they actually need inside of jails now. Because they're different. They're being different. They're saying different things. And if they actually want to prove themselves to someone, they should prove something to themselves that they can actually do something great. And I'm using that as an example because, I mean, obviously those people are sad. Obviously those people are angry. Obviously those people are just distraught, and because of the way that they've been treated for a very long time. And you can say, oh, they lose their rights when they're in jail, but no, they don't lose their rights to be treated like a proper prisoner. And a proper prisoner gets treated the same as every other prisoner. And so if you're gonna make a buffet for one prisoner, for his last meal, then you can make a buffet for any prisoner that has his last meal, because the things they did while they weren't doing those things was probably raising a family, was probably trying to do something very good for themselves. They just did it in a way, or the people who are labeled child molesters. And I'm not saying that oh my gosh, I'm backing up child molesters. No, I'm not. I'm just saying that maybe they were molested when they were kids too. You know? Maybe they had that done to them, and then their mind completely shut off from something. And maybe they had that done to them, or maybe they got themselves mutilated by someone, and they can't believe in anything anymore, and all they can believe is what they believed in when they were a kid before that ever happened to them. And there's so many other different ways to look at a situation, and to realize that yes, there are people that are fucked up in the head, and they're sad every single day of their lives, and that sadness turns into anger when people try to mess with them because they can push things away, and the realization that those people do those things, or those people did those things and are in jail now, is a good thing, because they're getting rehabilitation. And even if they're not, then at least they're away from society, because they have to realize that they can't do those things in order to actually be in society. And I mean, it may be bureaucratic or something like that to me, to be like, oh, you gotta punish those people until they're fucking red and blue in the face, and then you gotta beat the shit out of them or something like that. No, that's a child's way of looking at something, of looking at a crime. It's a child's way. People should understand that. It's not something that is a religious right or anything like that. People were young when they thought like that. People were absolutely young. Do you know how young people died? How old people weren't? And literally how everyone was so beautiful, but everyone kept dying because literally they were in the heat 24/7. They just kept looking at how beautiful they were in the mirror or the water or something like that. And there was, that's what Narcissus is what pretty much every kingdom in the BC ever did. They always wanted to look beautiful. They always wanted to have like pounds and pounds of makeup on. They always wanted to look like complete and utter amazingness. So they'd throw up, or they'd bloodlet because they had too much blood in their system, and that's why they were looking the way they looked. Or the reason why is because they wanted to look pale and beautiful, because that was the thing back then. It's a fad. That's all it is. So the realization that making yourself better every single day is when you start to look past all of those stupid, idiotic labels, and to realize that those people got hurt when they were very young, or those people got beat the shit out of when they were very young every single day of their lives, and they couldn't even push towards anything else. They couldn't even think about anything else. So when you try to realize that those people got hurt as well, no, you won't treat them any differently, because they committed a crime, and if they're outside of their jail cell, obviously, that they need to be in, then you can treat them as such, as mean, hateful people, but realize that that person used to be normal as well. That person used to have normal thoughts, and that's the reason for them being angry. It's the reason for them being crazy. It's the reason for them being pedophilic or stupid or dumb. And you can hate those people as much as you want to, but if you ever wanted kids at all, then you're mildly pedophilic too. And you can say that, oh my gosh, it's just stupid, but you have to realize that you're putting a child, your own thing, inside of another woman to make it grow for a really long time. That woman bonds with that thing, and she is forever intertwined with that person's choices. They are forever intertwined, and you are forever intertwined with that person. If that isn't mildly at least, it's just weird to me as far as things go. It really is. It's just the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It's not mildly anything. I mean, I take those words back. Huh? So when you think about what? No, I'm not talking to anybody. What? Hold on. Wait.